Hi friends, happy Saturday. I'm here live making my mushroom coffee with you. Hope you can join me. If you're here, say hi, tell me where you live. I love seeing where this reaches you. Excited to have a cup of coffee with you. And this today is gonna be a Q&A. I'm using my awesome bestseller vibes mug. I need a glass of water too, hang on. And this awesome affirmation glass, why not? I usually put some lemon and a pinch of salt in my water. Hang on one second and we'll get started. Hi in Baltimore and Cape Cod, how cool. I was just there for the first time last year. And Sri Lanka, how awesome. In Wales, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with the UK. Sagamore Beach, great. Good morning to you, and Ohio, and Italy, and Texas, and London, and another UK, and another Sri Lanka, and Philly, and Florida, and UK again. Oh, how awesome. Hi, everybody. Okay, I'm going to take you with me. So, good morning again. Happy Saturday. I've been doing a live every day, talking about mindset and manifesting and soul assignments and looking at life from a different soul level view. Oh, I have something I have to talk to you guys about. But I wanted today to be a Q&A. I'm usually up in my attic, but I'm taking you guys with me. This is my front room. I'm taking you in my office. This is my office space, but usually I'm up in my attic because this office, doesn't have any doors. And kids come bounding in the door, or someone comes to the front door and I'm kind of just exposed. So here we are though. It's a quiet Saturday morning. I have my workout in an hour. So I won't go an entire hour on here because that would be too hard to listen to after, but I am going to answer some questions, and I was busy writing down. I have a channel on here on Instagram. Do you know about channels? My channel, it says Manifest Your Dreams. If you go to my main page later, you can see right under my bio, it says Manifest Your Dreams, and you can join that channel. There's thousands of people in that channel. And I asked in that channel for questions, and there was a lot of great questions, really great. I was scurrying to write them down. I have the worst handwriting. You won't even be able to read this. I don't know if I'll be able to read it. But I'd like to answer your questions here too. If you join me live, people that are joining me live and people on that channel, I would love to answer both of those. I love your family time wall of photos behind you. Thank you. There's a couple important things up here. That's me speaking at Mind Valley University, or maybe that's when I was in Kuala Lumpur. There's a picture of me when I was young. Think about doing it for her. That's a photo of my first ever mastermind retreat. Oh yeah, I love this photo wall. And I've talked about this before, but I have, speaking of my obsession with the UK and England, a framed copy of a letter that the Queen of England wrote me when I was 4 years old. And it's not put up on the wall yet, but it will be. So, if you have any questions, I will get to them. I'll start with these questions that people asked in my channel. And I put some oil on my face this morning. I'm trying to rub that in. One thing I need to tell you before we get started with questions. You get to decide how you want your life to be, and then you get to make it that way. And anytime we're forgetting that, we will find some suffering. We will make things harder. But when you remember your power and your light, and that you're a soul having a human experience, and that you're made of energy, then you will start manifesting. And I'm not saying that it's that easy, right? Because we're not like taught the right foundational way to manifest. And even if we have been studying manifesting, which I've been studying it for 30 plus years, it still was very elusive to me at first. The like ask, believe, receive, I'm like, okay, I'm asking for these things that I want. I wanted to be, I was an actress in college. I wanted to get some commercial work. I wanted to get paid that way. I wanted to see myself up on the big screen. I'm asking. I believe it's possible. I have all these other actors in my life. How am I not receiving it? How am I not receiving it? And I look back and I think this, like the ask, believe, receive, it's so elusive. I love to teach practical, foundational tools to people so that they can be actively doing manifesting instead of it being just like this woo-woo esoteric thing that's out there, which is also very true. But I like to teach really practical, hands-on, applicable tools. I just had a Future Poll Friday call yesterday. So the Future Poll Friday call is a live Zoom call with the women in my radical transformation journey. It's my 5-month group coaching container and the women in my inner circle. So there was like 60 people on the call. It was amazing. And they come to these calls and we get so energized, we get so jazzed, and we do the work. And our focus yesterday on the call was looking at 3 areas of our life and looking at what has been our dominant thought and feeling about that area. What is the dominant thought and feeling that I have around money? What is the dominant thought and feeling that I have around my relationship? So the dominant thought and feeling that I have around money, is it positive or negative? Thanks for saying that, Joan. This works. I'm in the 5-month course. I know. I love having you in there, Joan. So the dominant thought or feeling around money. And what's interesting on the call yesterday, I said, leave your dominant thought around feelings around money in the chat. People started commenting, and some of them were, wealth comes to me effortlessly and easily. I have more than enough. I am abundant. I am financially free. I am so grateful. And some of them were fear and scarcity and panic and lack. We had both ends of the spectrum completely. And so what is your dominant thought or feeling around money? Is it positive or negative? What's your dominant thought or feeling around your relationship? We had both ends of the spectrum there. I'm safe, I am supported, I feel so deeply in love, and it's hard, I'm panicked, I want out. Both ends of the spectrum. What is your dominant thought and feeling around health, wellness, and your body? Both ends of the spectrum there too. I feel amazing, I'm so grateful, I'm fit, I'm strong, and it's not working. I don't like it. I'm feeling really off. Whatever your dominant thought and feeling are, you are creating from that space. So that was an entire long 1-hour call yesterday. I can't go through the entire thing and what we did and how we turned that thought around, how we found action steps in order to water the seeds of the new thought. But this is the work that we're here to do, right? Because when we say, I get to decide how I want my life to be and then I get to make it that way, we need a lot of tools to do that. We need a lot of tools to do that. We need coaching, community, tools, accountability. We need to really apply it into our life, know how to maintain it. It takes a lot of work. So I applaud you for doing the inner work, for being here on my page. This community is people who want to do the inner work, who are sick and tired of handing over their well-being to things outside of themselves and are really ready to do the work internally. Great. So I'm gonna answer some of your questions while reminding us that we get to decide how we want our lives to be, and then we get to make it that way. I'll just keep saying that every couple of minutes. I've been manifesting about a few things, but do we need to say it every day or once a week? Great question. There is no perfect formula. There's no one recipe how to affirm or write or create a new story around something. The secret is that it has to feel good. The secret is it has to feel good. So do I say it once a day? And here's what I do when it comes to something that I want. If I want to become a best-selling author, if I want to have a best-selling book, and I don't believe that I can yet, then I'm going to keep affirming that. I'm going to keep affirming, I'm a best-selling author. My message reaches millions. My message is important. It lands with the right people. My message changes lives. Once I believe it, once I have the faith the size of a mustard seed, one tiny little seed of that belief, I don't have to affirm it every day anymore because I believe it. And if I'm affirming it even when I believe it, it's like I don't believe it. So I do it as often as possible until I believe, and then I don't do it anymore. I sit in the best-selling author vibes, and I just like toast that it's already done. And I'm like, I've done the work. I've placed the order. I've made the decision. It's on its way. Can't wait to celebrate. And I might still visualize it. The one thing I've been visualizing a lot lately is, I'll be on the treadmill and I'll connect to source and I'll start picturing the end result of something that I want. And I will picture a woman in line waiting for me. I'm at a table like this at the end of a workshop. I just spoke at a workshop and now I'm signing my books. If people have my book, I'm signing my books. And the first woman to come up who says, can you sign my book? I say, hang on a second. And I say, come over to the other side and take a picture with me because you're the first person whose book I'm signing. And so I've been visualizing that and picturing that. And you can see why it's a good one for me because it moves me to tears. I'm in it. Like I get it. It's happening. It's happening. And I will savor that moment when it happens. I will savor it so long. And I've had this before. You know, I wrote a book in 2018 and self-published it. And I gave a talk at Mind Valley University in Croatia. My son was there with me. And I gave this talk in Croatia. And at the end, I had a bunch of my books. And people came up and stood in this line. I never was expecting it. I was going to hand out my books. I was never expecting people to ask me to sign them. And this huge line formed. And I was like, oh my God. And someone handed me a pen and I started signing my books for these people. This is an author's dream come true. So the fact that I've had that happen I can tap into it, but you don't have to. You can just picture something that moves you and you can hold on to that. Like, I am going to do that. I promise you that is going to happen in my life. And then here's a fun thing to do. You can hijack that feeling. So I know and can picture and I'm certain that that's going to happen, where people are lined up to get my new book called Soul Assignments signed, and that I'm going to stop that first person and ask them to come around and take a picture and say, this is the first one. And then I can hijack that feeling by thinking about being in my attic, up in my attic, when I find out that my book became a bestseller. So when I'm in that feeling of that signing, I can also hijack that feeling and go, oh my God. I can think about the time when I found out, sitting in my driveway in my car. I had just parked, I came back from paddle tennis, and I was on a call with my team, and I thought, oh my God, Hay House said that they would email me. So I opened up my email while parked in my driveway, and I got the email that said, we are so excited to let you know that we would love to offer you a contract. And I was on a WhatsApp call with my team, and I said, oh my God, you guys, oh my God. And so I think of that same feeling, and I can hijack that, and I can hijack that and make it into being on a bestseller list. It's so fun, you guys. Do you get this a little more? Get how to do it, and I'm talking about big things. I'm talking about like big, these are my big dreams. And I've climbed my way up to these big dreams. I had nothing. I was $50,000 in debt. I was a lifeguard. I was dating my husband, who actually at the time had no job. We both had nothing. And so I climbed my way up to these big things. Your dreams can be anything. They can be anything. They can be, I want to improve my relationship. They can be, I want to get in better shape. They can be, I want more zeros in my bank account. They can be, I want a better job. They can be, I want a career that I'm thriving in, that I love. They could be, I want to start a business. Any of these things, anything is possible. You get to decide how you want your life to be, and you get to make it that way. Let me see what questions you have here. Tell me if this resonates for you, my friends. Hi, babe. I'm on an Instagram Live. You want to say hi to the people?
Hi, people.
Okay, this is a good question. So you said visualizing, then you target, then you ask for guidance. Is that the order? But how do you act as if you already have it when the negativity pops up in one's brain? So that's similar to the questions that some people asked in my channel. One was, I can't read my own writing. Middle of something really hard, what to do. How do I focus positive thoughts when I'm in the middle of going through a hard and stressful situation? That's what it is. Middle of a situation, and it's been very hard, and how do I focus on positive thoughts? What do I do? So similar. So this is a two-part question. You're asking what's the order, and what do you do when negative things pop up? This is what gets tricky with manifesting and conscious creation, is that, we think that it's like we want everything all at once. So again, in my 5-month group coaching container, I teach foundational manifesting. We break it down and we work on the different pieces in the foundation. Yes, you need your state in the right place. You have to have a regulated nervous system. You have to feel good. If you are not feeling good and you're dysregulated and you are all over the board emotionally, you cannot manifest wonderful things from that place. You cannot manifest peace from chaos, right? You cannot manifest gratitude from overwhelm. You can't do both. So your state needs to be in the right place. Your thoughts need to be aligned with what you do want, with the possibility. And that means you have to have mindset mastery. You have to know how to control your thoughts. And that is 100% possible. Is it work? Yes. Are there tools to do it? Yes. You need to learn how to do that. You need to have belief. You need to have belief, because if your state is in a good place and your thoughts are there, but you don't believe it's possible, you will not create. So you have to have your state in the right place, your thoughts, your belief, and you have to take action. That's how you create a new reality. That takes work. It takes work. Is it worth it? Yes. Is it possible? Yes. Every woman in my 5-month group coaching container goes, I can't believe how much more peace I feel. I can't believe how this inner work is affecting my outer reality. And it is so good. And everyone around me is noticing. And why did I not notice this sooner? There's women in their 20s in my group, which is rare. But when they come, when I've taught women in their 20s for the time that I've been coaching for decades, they go, I feel like I'm cheating at life. How did I get this so young? It's amazing. And there's women in their 60s and 70s. There's women older that go, I am only now getting the power of what I bring to any situation, that I am in control of what I bring to any situation, and that I can consciously create what I want when I bring what I need. It's that easy. So this is a great question, but it's a 2-part, very nuanced question. So I covered a little bit of what I need in the visualizing. I mean, you need to focus on the end result of what you want. I call it the header, the highly desired end result. HDER, highly desired end result. Your header needs to be that end result thing and feeling that you want to feel. So when I started my business, I started coaching manifesting 25 plus years ago. I started teaching workshops, and they were called Live Your Best Life workshops. And I was teaching people how to do exactly this, what I do now. And at some point during teaching that, I started saying, I want to start a business. I want to have my own business. I want to have my own coaching business. And what I realized was I needed a highly desired end result. The highly desired end result is I want to help more women find more daily happiness. I want them to understand that life is not about suffering. I've been there. I've suffered, had a hard childhood, went through everything. I have no less challenges than any of you. And I found a way not to suffer and how to consciously create. So I want to share that. That's the highly desired end result. Help more women find more daily happiness and consciously create a life they love. So that is something that I can hold on to. It's a rocket of desire I can hold on to and just ride that. Hold on to that tail of that rocket and ride that. Now, I cannot hang on to the specifics. I will start my business by X day. Then I will have 5 clients. Then I will have my website. Those can be goals, but I can't get attached to the how. I'm supposed to attach to the what and the why. The how and the when is up to Gus, God, universe, source, whatever you want to call it. I heard someone call it Gus the other day, and I was like, that is so fun because it sounds so personal and real. It's great. God, universe, source, higher self, higher power. So back to this question, this great question. So let me find it again. Guys have so many great questions. I wish I could get to all of them. This is great. How do you hypnotize yourself from old beliefs? Should you do affirmations or have a clear goal? I mean, I do specific belief changing work in my course and teach people. It's so much about changing beliefs. We have these deep-seated old stories and old beliefs that we're creating from that we have to change. I love the Byron Katie work. Byron Katie teaches these 4 questions and turnaround. That is highly effective. I became a Byron Katie facilitator years and years ago, 20 years ago, and teach it now in my 5-month group coaching container as well. I'm trying to find that question again. Sorry that you okay, I'll just stick to. So I think I answered the first part. And the second part was similar to this. Like when I'm in a stressful situation, it's so hard to stay positive. How do I focus on positivity? What do I do? So the other person that asked had said, like, when doubt creeps in. When doubt creeps in, you have to have you have to jump trains. Okay, so when you're on a train, when you realize, when you have awareness, which is the master discipline, that you're on a train of thought that is not serving you, that you're on a story, you're on a thought, you're in a pattern that doesn't serve you, the awareness is the master discipline, because once you are aware of that, you have to jump trains. You have to jump trains back to belief, back to hope, back to positivity, back to gratitude. Any of those things will work, but you have to jump trains because you are in control of the doubt and the negativity and the fear. So if I just bring awareness to it and say, oh, I'm aware of this. I'm in fear. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. I'm ready to jump trains. And I jump trains. What am I grateful for? What do I want? What is possible? You know, where can I focus my thoughts? Because my energy, attention, and focus creates. And so whatever I'm giving my energy, attention, and focus, I'm creating. So my doubt is creating. My fear is creating. My negativity is creating. You have to want your dreams so badly that you are ready to always use your awareness to jump trains. And you need tools, and it helps to have community around you. It helps to have coaching. It helps to have accountability, because then you can fast track it and you don't have to do this here and there and here and there for years. You can do it in 5 months. I love Gary Brecka. Authenticity is apparently the highest frequency. In the Abraham Hicks world, it's, you know, like joy and bliss is the highest frequency. But I could see how authenticity is. I just had a Gary Brecka smoothie the other day that was amazing. Can I manifest for my son? He has an offer for a top university, but had to pass a very difficult... Oh, you can manifest for him by holding the thought that his ultimate soul experience be revealed. You can't hold the specific, he passes this test and gets into this university, but you can just hold the thought of his ultimate soul assignment being revealed. So, and you can just picture yourself like finding out that he passed and jumping for joy. That's a fun thing to visualize. But know that if he's meant to be there, he will be there. And if he's not meant to be there, he won't. So if he doesn't get into that because he didn't pass that, it's because it wasn't meant to be. That's all. We radically accept our soul assignments and the journey along the way. Let's see any other questions here, and I'll answer some of these questions. Great says, thank you for showing up this morning. I need to be a part of Manifest My Dreams. So yeah, my channel on Instagram is, it says Manifest Your Dreams, and you can just, it's free to join my channel. How to block out negative thoughts when it's not happening as you want. Yeah, you can create a cancel process. When there's a negative thought that doesn't serve you, stop, cancel, clear, erase, replace. Jump trains, just like I said, and go to a better feeling thought. You're in control. There's no master puppeteer in the sky making you think certain things. You're in control. So once we have that awareness and we learn a bunch of tools, like this is the basis of what we cover in the Manifesting Mastery early. I mean, the Radical Transformation Journey. Manifesting Mastery is one of the courses in there. And this is what we learned early on, is this work. How to control your thoughts, how to change your thoughts, how to prime yourself and your state, how to regulate your nervous system, how not to get triggered, you know, how to find all that inner peace so you're bringing your best self to the world and can start consciously creating from there. We change our limiting beliefs. We change our old stories. And then we're like this clean slate that's like, ooh, what do I want? Then we move on to the next level life experience and we look at what we want, why we want it, and how we're going to get it. And we use these different ancient modalities like the Enneagram, and we use the Byron Katie work, and we come together on these calls and we have fun, and we do the work and have fun and like pull in our future and talk about it as if it's already happened. And we're actively working, manifesting, doing affirmations, writing new stories, you know, using practices like I shared in this is my Soul Happy Daily Planner that I created myself. That is so amazing. I'm not trying to sell it to you because it's not for sale. You can only buy it if you're in my 5-month group coaching container, because it's the perfect companion for the work that I teach. And my March group coaching container is open. You can go to my page and there's a link where you can find out more details. It's only $1,000, ladies. Don't let money get in the way of it. It's only $1,000 for 5 months of group coaching, and you pay in payments. You put down $111 and you're in, and you have the first lesson. And after the first week or two, you'll be like, I'm all in on this work, not just for these 5 months, but I want to work with this community and with Steffani for the next few years. That's what women do. Okay, let me see if there's some other, I love that phrase, jump trains. I'm going to follow this from today. Great. I want to do RTJ, but I'm already doing dynamic neural something systems. Can I do both? 100% you can do both. And I promise you RTJ is going to be completely different than anything you've ever done before. It's called the Radical Transformation Journey. It's 5 months group coaching. There's 2 courses, and you meet in a group live with me twice a month. So 10 times. And then when you graduate from that, you have an opportunity to join the inner circle, which is really fun. Okay, let me look at a couple. You guys have some great questions, but I'm going to answer some of these questions here. We answered that one. Ooh, I've lost the belief to manifest and I want it back. Great question. So I've lost the belief to manifest and I want it back. Building belief is so important, and you're in charge of your belief. So ways to build belief. I build belief by showing up for myself, doing what I say I'm going to do, learning, growing, getting coaching, surrounding myself with a community. Those are ways that I build belief, because I promise you, the women in my Radical Transformation Journey, they are in there, like they have belief. They're there using tools, seeing results, The more you see results, the more momentum you build. Then the more belief you have, then you get more results, more momentum, more belief, more results, more momentum, more belief, right? So the question exactly was, I've lost the belief to manifest. I want it back. So you have to change that story, because that story creates. I've lost the belief to manifest. I don't believe I can manifest. You have to change that story. I do believe I can manifest. Here's a great thing to do. We did this in my inner circle once. We created an achievement board. Instead of a vision board, we created an achievement board. We put a vision board up that had all the things that we have created. The job, the family, the house, the friendships, the travel that we've already done. Look at this proof. How can I not believe that I can manifest when I have manifested, and every one of you has manifested so many things in your life? How can you believe you can't manifest when you manifested the house you're living in, the relationship you're in, the state your body is in, the clothes you have on your body, the travel that you've had in your life, the best friends that you have? You've manifested all that. So you can build an achievement board, right? That's another way to manifest. Another way to build belief. I firmly believe that you need to build belief in yourself. Self-belief builds belief in your dreams. So I do a hard workout every day. I do cold plunges. I do, long walks. I do physical challenges and pushes, because when I'm doing that stuff, I feel like I am invincible. If you're not using your physical body to push yourself, you're missing out on some of life's magic. Because when you push yourself, you get off of that hard workout. You're like, give me that book deal. Let me launch this book because I'm becoming a bestseller. There is nothing stopping me. I will outwork any other author around me. This is happening. How do I know? Did you see that workout I just had? If I can do that, I can do this, right? Do the hard things. When you do hard things, other things become easy. I do a 3-minute cold plunge. I'm like, I can do that. If I can do that mentally, emotionally, and physically, then I can do anything. So how do I have a different take on building belief. I mean, I do believe that we need to write a new story. We need to do these practices. We need to focus on gratitude. There's all these other ways to do it. But my hard take on building belief is doing the hard thing, doing what you say you're going to do, showing up for yourself so much that you have self-trust and self-belief. And when you have that, when you have self-trust and self-belief, then you believe in your dreams. I also think a major player in building belief is surrounding yourself with other people who, number one, believe in you. When you're around other people who are like, yes, you can. When are you doing it? I'm here for it. How can I support you? That's huge. When I started my coaching business 15 years ago, there were friends of mine who were like, you're already coaching. You're already doing this. This is already done. Like, you just don't have a LLC or a website. That doesn't define you. You are like the next Oprah, Steffani. You have so much knowledge and power here. You have such an important message. Like, you're already doing it. I didn't know that you weren't officially doing it. You're doing it. And the fact that these friends believed in me like that, I was like, oh, I'm the last one to catch up to this? Okay. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, and surround yourself with people who are achieving big dreams, going after big dreams, because you're watching them and you're like, okay, they can do this. I believe in them. They can do this. Then you're like, why can I believe in them and not in myself? So the question again, I've lost the belief to manifest. I want it back. Do what you say you're going to do. Do the hard thing. increase your self-trust and self-belief to the highest degree you can. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, and surround yourself with people who are believing in their own dreams and achieving big things, and you will be next. Yeah, if you don't have a support group, get one right away. It says, what if you don't have that's one of the things I'm most proud of in my life is this radical transformation journey community and my inner circle community, because it gives women exactly that. A group of other women who are doing the work alongside them. We are locking arms side by side and doing this work and achieving what we want in this life. And it's available to you. You can manifest and attract that in, whether that's joining my radical transformation journey or doing something else. You've got to find it. Find that group. It's so important. Okay, friends, I've been on for 40 minutes. This is exciting. I could stay on for hours, but I'm going to go have a coffee with my husband before we go work out. Yeah, we didn't look at it as manifesting all the things that we've achieved before, right? Yeah. Someone asked, what are your timings for the lives? So I can, I'm doing these lives every morning at 8 a.m. So come join me this whole month. Someone said, what steps can a young actor take to be considered for? Well, I was a young actor as well. And by the way, I mentioned this earlier that I was trying to get a commercial contract and see myself. And I did. I had an amazing commercial that was played all the time. And one time I was standing there in my house and I looked up and I just saw myself on the TV. I was like, oh my God, it was a blue chip casino commercial. And I was like, there it is. Manifested it. And it took a long time, but it was worth it. What program? So my program, it's open right now, and it's only open through Monday, ladies. It's only for women. It's called Radical Transformation Journey. You get 10 live group coaching calls with me, 2 courses, an incredible community. It's only open for the next few days. And you can head to the link in my bio or DM me. If you're jumping off right now, DM me, because if you comment RTJ right here, it won't send you the link. And there's always people that are like, RTJ, they want it, but it doesn't trigger a link unless this is over. Then you can comment RTJ, but just DM me or go to the link in my page. The Radical Transformation Journey is available. It's only $1,000. I want it to be a hell yes for women. And you can come in and try it out. And if it's not everything, it will be everything that you want and more. I know you can, but rest assured, there's a 100% money back guarantee. If you do it and it's not above and beyond anything you've ever imagined, you can get 100% of your money back. No questions asked. So it's only $111 to start, and then you pay monthly. So Radical Transformation Journey is available right now through Monday night. I think we're ending enrollment for March. Come join us. Let me know if you have any questions about it. I will be here live every day this month at 8 a.m. doing card pulls or messages from the vortex or soul happy meditations. And I'm going to do once a week these Q&As. So this one was long, 45 minutes. The other ones are 15 minutes long. How's my program different from others? Well, everything that I shared today is pretty different from how people teach mindset and manifesting. It also involves coaching, community, and accountability. We have accountability buddies so that a lot of women say this is the first time I've ever completed a course because the accountability is built in. It teaches foundational manifesting, not manic manifesting. And I use real life tools and examples that are practical and that you can apply right away. Very different from I've done all the manifesting programs out there. It's very, very different. I'm joining from another country. Great. Yeah, you can join my group. There's people in my group from almost every country, all over the world. Australia, New Zealand, all over Europe, Africa, all over the United States. It is a very global community. It's amazing. I love that. So DM me, and I will be checking my messages, or go to my page, and in the link tree, the first link is about the Radical Transformation Journey. This March enrollment session ends on Monday. Have a great day, friends. Get out of your own way, and remember, you get to decide how you want your life to be, and then you get to make it that way. Okay, see you here soon. Bye, everyone.